Hello, this is an update and accountability post and expression of gratitude for the money that you all donated in February of this year to provide transportation, mostly for deafblind, but other folks who want to attend the events that I help with for transportation. So I'm doing this in spoken English because most or a lot of the people who donated are hearing friends who are non-signers or like friends' parents, people I used to work with. People really came out of the woodwork to show up with donations for this when I made that post, and it was really an incredible experience to bear witness to that and to be on the receiving end of that, or the middle person for that, the facilitator for that. So in February of this year, I made a post explaining that, we're doing all these great events and it's so fun. And the one thing that was really a barrier or breaking my heart was that some folks who I knew wanted to come or expressed interest in coming struggled with transportation. Sometimes the things I would host weren't off of public transport. So this is something I've been learning about, that considering that is an important part of being accessible and making inclusive spaces. And I've become super aware in this last year or so of the tremendous privilege that I have by being a car owner. I can hop in my car and drive anywhere, and Minnesota really relies on that. A lot of things are not super accessible off public transit. And it's really expensive to take like a Lyft or an Uber. Even if it's available, it's super expensive. Even if you make good money, it's super expensive. And oftentimes the folks who don't have don't have transportation of their own and maybe are deaf or deafblind are marginalized in a lot of ways, including with access to education or employment. So it's like this compounded impact that's like just so completely unfair. And so I put the call out for help, and within 24 hours, people donated almost $1,000. $970 I had gotten. And it was amazing, and it's overwhelming, and I was like so blessed and fortunate by that. And I just decided to say, hey, time out, let's stop. I don't want to receive any more right now because that's enough for me to like sit on in my personal Venmo, and just kind of wanted to see how that went. So here's an update for that now. That was February. It's now the end of August, almost September, so I had to count on my fingers, 6 or 7 months. We have $247 left. So we still have a bit of a cushion. Soon, in a little bit, I plan to, I'm going to say we, because it's not going to be just me now, put out a request for more donations if people are able and want to, because this money has been put to really good use. And so now I want to celebrate and reflect for you all some of the things that we were able to do with that. So one of the first things is we used to host this monthly get-together in different restaurants. We called it Taste the World because we would specifically pick restaurants that had different cuisines from around the world, and we would meet there. And that was co-hosted with my friend Patrick, who's deafblind. And so money was used for transportation for folks to come to that. It was super, super fun. Different locations. We have had several different movie events, like the Minecraft movie, open captioned events. We have a really good partnership with Imagine Theater. There's a person there who takes our email requests. Hey, we want this movie on this date. Can we get it open captioned? And then we try and get people to buy tickets to show up. And so open captions means the captions are right on the screen, open for everybody to see, as opposed to on like an individual device that people would have to check out, that it would usually sit in your cup holder. Then it's one of those bendy gooseneck things, and then a little screen like this that you have to try and line up, and it's always a little crooked, and they're dusty, and they're not well maintained, and there may not be enough of them, and there's usually a little lag time, or I've heard of people having the batteries die in the middle of the movie, or the captions for the movie next door is coming on, and most of my deaf friends have said they don't like watching movies through those individual captioning devices. And so open captions pretty much unanimously has been the preferred choice by people who I know. And so that's been something that's been easy to host. And then getting folks transportation to go there is what you have afforded with your donations. Several different movies. We have had people gather up and then to a location, and from there we would then carpool to things that are like out of town. We did that for going tubing down the river. going to Sky Zone for my birthday party. And I just wanted to speak a little bit about, how we're being responsible with this money too. So always we're first, people individually are trying to find their own ways. If they need help, they reach out. We'll sometimes post on an event page, can anybody provide a ride for this person from this area to the event and back? So we try to be as fiscally responsible with this as we can. By we, at this point, I mean me. This has all been me. I'm obviously tracking it. You can probably see me looking at my spreadsheet. It's private just to me. Nobody else knows who's getting the money or who's going where or what. And if we can't secure a ride one or both ways, then we talk about, like Uber or Lyft or whatever that looks like. Sometimes people have a neighbor who will drive them and we just give them some money for gas. Or there's a transit station in my town where I live, Robbinsdale, so people will sometimes public transport to Robbinsdale Transit Center, then I will pick them up. And from there we carpool to a space. So we're really being as conservative as we can with the money. And it goes fast still. And there's so many more people who could benefit from it. People still feel really bad asking me for this money. It's not my personal money. It's been donated for them, for their benefit and use. So I'm always trying to remind people of that too. So yeah, that's a little bit of a summary of where we're at. Like I said, so this next time of asking for money, I'm going to try and get it out of my personal hands and into more of a small group of people, like maybe setting up, a Venmo that's not just my personal account, that then a few folks from the deafblind community can either take over or manage with me, and then make sure that we can reach more people than just my few friends and my few events, and just to get a little bit of growth on it and sustainability on the idea. So this is all my love and gratitude and thanks to you all for donating. It seriously has blessed me so very much, and expanded my worldview and my compassion by just getting to know people and loving on them and where they're at, and then meeting us there and seeing where we can go next to try and make this place a little more welcoming and fun and enjoyable. We got one life, we're in it together, and it's, I think, all of our responsibility to help each other get along through that, So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being a part of that, and I love you all. More to come. Thanks. Bye.